What's up, guys? So it's been a long time, and I know the duration, the gap is pretty long. It's from 21st of March to 27th of March. I didn't put any content on YouTube, but well, I'm back, and so let's go through it. And not much happened actually. So it's been quite less uh, work week, I would say, and it's pretty much because the Hotel Genie project, which was keeping me busy all day, well, he himself is busy right now with some other tasks. So yeah. And about the CAREMEDICO, so since we have so yeah, I was busy with CAREMEDICO as well because as I said that the deadline was on Sunday, so we had to finish the backend on Sunday and we had to report that. So I did finish the backend, and I did finish the payment integration, and I did show uh, all the workflows using Postman to the CTO or whoever is in charge, whoever I'm reporting to, and he's pretty much impressed. But the problem is the the front end guys, they are a bit slow, and I think they're gonna hire more front end members because they don't know Ajax. So they don't know how to do Ajax calls and how to use those data and generate dynamic HTML for the web page, because that's what we're doing. We just build the APIs. Generating the web pages is the front end job, so we are not doing it using any templating engine, and I think that's a good approach, because then the front end tasks is completely different than the back end tasks. So our tasks would be to just make sure that every functionality works, to make sure the backend is secure, to make sure all the APIs that are hit, they are secured, they are authenticated, and they do as they are said, and our application doesn't break. And about the UI thing, what the user sees, that should be done by the front end members. So anything related to HTML, CSS, or whatever, so that should be done by the front end guys. So yeah, so I think that's a better way of doing big projects when you have lots of team members in your project. So let's get going. So number one was I completed the assignment 2 of Edwisor, and which was about the, I think Pokemon was assignment 1. And so yeah, I was given a list of Pokemon data, and I had to loop through the data and figure out which Pokemon. Oh, I think I just discussed about Pokemon, right? So that was assignment 1. Assignment 2 was about, I don't know, it was I don't remember. It was about, yeah, it was about a popular show, Big Bang Theory. So I was given the data about Big Bang Theory episodes, and what I had to do was I had to loop through it, and I had to make functions that would return some episode details, that would give details depending on the episode numbers and all. So yeah, it was pretty easy, and everything using ES6, and I pretty much loved that. I learned a lot of ES6, that's right. And completed the payment integration for CAREMEDICO, as I said. So it's pretty much I'm lucky here because I already worked with the integration gateway, payment gateway that is being used here. So that's the only payment gateway I've worked till now, so that's great. And then started level 2 Edwisor, which is about front-end basics and learning foundation front-end framework. So this is not Edwisor related, but that's different since I already know Bootstrap and Semantic UI and Materialize. So now I just thought that I should go for foundation, because that's from what I heard, that's being used by the experienced web developers, or mostly by the front-end developers, because it is like a minimalist. So it is like like Bootstrap. It when you load Bootstrap, it gives you like almost everything, right? So it gives you the buttons, and then so you have to change the button styling and lots of stuff. But then foundation, you have choice. So let me show you. Let me go to the home page of foundation. So that's it. So it's foundation.zurb.com, Zurb Foundation. So if I click on download Foundation 6, which is the latest version, I guess, latest release. So when you download everything, it'll give you everything that Foundation has got, like every single components, from carousels to modals to typography, grids, buttons, everything, I guess. When you download the essential one, so it's a bit lighter version, it includes typography, grid, and buttons, reveal and interchange. And when you download the custom one, then you have the choice to choose what you want. So this is like choose your component. So you want to choose everything, or you just want to choose grid, so XY based grid or float grid or flex grid, or do you want to choose typography or not, or forms. So Foundation is pretty good because you have the choice of including only those components which you really need, right? And and as I've heard, that it's being used by the experienced and the front-end developers, because then back-end developers, they're more concerned about the back-end. So about the front-end, they just want the web page to look decent, right? So Bootstrap does that. So it has everything. So you don't have to style the buttons, you don't have to style the forms, inputs and all. But then if you are a front-end developer and you use Bootstrap, then you have a real issue, because then you have to change the styling. You have to change the default Bootstrap styling, and that's trust me, I did that, and it's really hard, and it's really annoying, because you never know where they did all this styling. So you have to again go back and inspect that element and make sure and look into the CSS console that they provide you, like like I'm doing here. I'm inspecting, and this is the CSS whatever tools or whatever you call it that they provide you, and then you have to go here and you have to see what is the styling that Bootstrap is doing here, and then you have to go back to your file and make and override all those styles. So that's a pretty pretty annoying tasks to do. So that's the reason why I'm learning Foundation, and also I'm planning to build my portfolio using Foundation. So I started working on my portfolio, building my portfolio a long way back, but then I stopped, and then I stopped in the middle, because I thought that my portfolio would be needed to get internships or tasks or whatever. But then the resume that Internshala gives you by default is really good, and so that just worked well for me till now. But then I thought that since I'm learning Foundation, so why not just complete my portfolio, right? So I'll just use all the modern stuff like Particle.js maybe, and I'll try to make my portfolio really good. And I know it's going to take a long time, because it's front end, man, and front end for me takes a long time. If it's CSS, it takes a long time. So it will, but I'm really excited to see my final portfolio, how it looks like. So, and also now I have the work section filled a bit. Like earlier I didn't had any work section, but now I can add like Niza, and I can add Hotel Genie, and I can add some more like the CAREMEDICO stuff that I'm doing right now. So yeah, so now I have works to show, and the portfolio section or the work section will not be empty. So at least I got, I guess, 4 things to show, right? The quiz 15 one that's already over, the CAREMEDICO one that's going on, and then the Medniza one that is the back end is over, the front end is not over, but then I can show it, and then the Hotel Genie one. So pretty good. So that's it. That's and also I'm looking into some Node.js stuff, because recently I posted one of my snippet on my Instagram account, and many people commented that you can optimize your code. So I can optimize the error handling that I was doing, and then I got this idea that I think I probably should actually learn how to do the error handling in a better way in Node.js. So yeah, I figured out a way, and probably I'll show you. So it's by using a app level middleware, so that will it's like app.use, and then there will be a function that will handle all the errors, and whenever there is an error, so you just call the next module passing the error object, and then so when you since you call the next module, so the error middleware will run, and so it makes your code much more cleaner, and then you don't have to like change if in the future you thought that no, I gotta change whatever I'm throwing the error, or I gotta change the way I'm showing the error to the users or anything, then you don't have to go and change to every functions that you wrote inside the controllers. All you have to do is just change it in the middleware function, and then it will be reflected throughout the application, because that's an app level middleware, right? So I think this is a much better, more cleaner, and more professional way of doing error handlings, and that's what I'm gonna do from now on. And probably the CAREMEDICO stuff that's being already done, probably I'll refactor that code, and I'll make that more cleaner and optimal and professional. So that's it, and we'll talk soon, probably tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow. All right, thank you. Indian Dev Johnny is signing out.